here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym as we get set for Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. It's the boys' game, Dowling and Urbandale. Mark Amadale back with Jimmy Cataldo here for game number 2. Coach, welcome. And I know your eyes were glued to the TV watching Texas and Ohio State, and I'm glad to see you got the right garb on, unlike Mr.
Right.
Burkert, who had his Iowa State gear on tonight, which, you know, that really frustrates me sometimes. I get that at home, too. But nonetheless, you have your Notre Dame hat on, and Notre Dame is in the championship game a week from Monday night, and they're going to take on the winner. And I know we got to preview boys basketball here, but give us an update. What's going on?
It's incredibly exciting, as, you know, Notre Dame has not been to a national championship game since the late 90s.
Were you in grade school then?
Or early 90s, for that matter. I was young. No, actually, I was college, but, you know, for Notre Dame fans, which is a brand that's nationwide, excited a lot of people, and trust me, it's like the New York Yankees. I mean, they're as hated as much as they're loved. So I feel a little bit of the tension, but, you know, sometimes our ship comes around, and Notre Dame's going to get an opportunity to play in a tremendous atmosphere, tremendous game next week. And that's what I want to know is, if we have a game that night, I need to take some PTO. Do we have PTO?
First of all, back up. We do not have a game that night. It's a Monday night game for the national title, and I will be right there with you watching the contest.
So I don't have to submit any PTO time?
No, PTO. First of all, the only game we would have, we get a snow out next week. Now, there could be a possibility. Now, I don't see that happening. The weather forecast looks like it's going to be cold, but not that. But easy.
There's no P in PTO around here. There's no paid time off.
You're killing me.
The paid parts.
First of all, we're also on, and for our listeners who may not be used to you, we are also on CISN. We are streaming our audio with their video up behind us. Those two nice people up there with cameras, Rachel and Carson and Marion. They're nice people. We're providing their audio with their video, so keep that in mind. Your relative Vinny is our producer tonight, so don't be giving him any shout-outs, or not shout-outs, but complain about his bowling matches.
When CISN shows up, the A-team comes out. You got Vinny at the studio. You know, Burkert was here. I mean, he's ready to roll with that girls team. So I'm just trying to fill into a seat where I can witness a really good basketball game.
Well, I got you one. You're right here. You're right behind the Dowling bench. You know, Swaim used to do the game, and he'd reach over there during the timeout, and he wanted to know exactly what Coach O'Connor or Coach Steel King or whoever the coach was saying. So I haven't seen you do that yet. But
well, Swaim used to always try to get involved. I mean, he's the guy that tries to throw in a suggestion here or there, and you know, then you get the head coach roll his eyes, and it's like, how did you get this game again?
He's doing it for Drake now, Jimmy. You know that. He's
really stepped up on the world.
Yeah. I've had two people next to me, Randy Morrow and Mike Swaim, who have moved on to the next level, while I remain here with your level.
So you're saying I got a chance?
I didn't say that. I said I'm just letting you know. That's the
you know, it's like the coaching tree. They talk about the Nick Saban coaching tree, or the Jimmy Johnson coaching tree. You know, it's the Mark or Hayden Fry coaching tree. You have the Mark Amadeo radio tree, and all these little branches go off and go on to bigger and better things, but yet the one constant remains for 40-plus years. Mark Amadeo behind the Dowling radio broadcast.
This is the fourth floor here at Dowling that we've had. Fourth basketball court, I can tell you that, too. So how's that for that? That means nothing.
That's an incredible stat that you can regurgitate. It's the fourth time I've seen a new basketball court.
Yeah. One was by a flood because of a water main break.
Awesome. Anyway, we digress.
We digress. This is Dowling and Urbandale. For the second time this year, these two teams meet. We didn't broadcast the first one. A little holiday cheer being celebrated that night, but Dowling with the win at Urbandale early December, over a month ago, 69-64. Tonight's a little bit different. Urbandale had talked to Coach Steel King, the former Dowling coach, who's now in his second year at Urbandale. He went back home, but he had 3 kids that were sick yesterday. We were visiting about teams and matchups and other things. Great to clutch up with Clay Phil King. But he had 3 kids that didn't come to school. They were sick. They didn't come today. They can't play. So he is down a starter and 2 subs because one of them was a starter. So interested to see who he's selected for his 5th sub. So they are really down a player, and I think he's going to have to start the transfer that moved in from Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, and that'll be his 5th starter, and that'll be number 22, Caleb Price, 6'1 junior. Yeah, he's a pretty good defensive player, but offensively, I don't think he's probably settled in. But Urbandale's going to be down 3 men tonight, and one of them's a starter, Jimmy.
Well, it's just been one adversity, step after another with Urbandale and Coach Steelking. They come in, challenging the number 1 ranked schedule in Class 4A. So they've just hit a gauntlet of teams that they've played. They're a 1-7 team, but their losses have been to, my goodness, they've lost to Waukee Northwest twice. They lost to Valley, which is a top-rated team. DCG, Dallas Center Grimes, which is number 9. Johnston, which is number 5. Waukee, which is number 8. And I mentioned Waukee Northwest, number 3. They lost. So they're 1-7 against a gauntlet of a schedule. So you add that and the illness. But, coming into this game, you look at Coach Steelking, and he's I know this gentleman, he's not going to have any excuses. I think he comes in with a team that, hey, we played a really, really tough schedule. This is a game that we can absolutely compete in. He knows this environment, which is a benefit for him, and I think his team thinks that they may have a really good chance tonight.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break, come back with starting lineups. Dowling and Urbandale, the boys' game, set to tip off here shortly. The winner in Game 1 was the Dowling girls, as the Maroons improved their record to 9-2 with the win over Urbandale in Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader here at the Dowling Gym. We'll be back with Game 2 in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
In the minds of non-Catholics, Catholicism often conjures up images of Catholic stuff. Candles, crucifixes, rosaries, statues, holy water, oils, and the like. These are called sacramentals, not to be confused with the 7 sacraments. They are material items that the Lord uses as conduits of his blessing. Because of our belief in sacramentals, Catholics have sometimes been accused of practicing magic. But magic is the pagan and New Age belief that an object has power in and of itself. Sacramentals, on the other hand, are the Christian belief that the living and true God uses his creation as instruments of grace and healing. Sacramentals appear throughout the Scriptures. James speaks of anointing with oil. Acts of the Apostles tells us that Paul's handkerchiefs brought healing power to those whom they touched. In the Old Testament, Elisha's bones were used to bring a dead man back to life. And of course, the Gospels portray our Lord himself often using water, mud, or even his own spit to perform mighty works of healing and cleansing, a power which Jesus passed on to his priests to be continued to this day. Sacramentals are neither magic nor make-believe, but powerful weapons to be utilized in our spiritual journeys. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight as we're back here at the Dowling Gym for Urbandale. Head coach is Clay Steelking in his second year at Urbandale, 10 wins, 21 losses. They'll start at one guard, Jackson Sturdivant, 5'11 junior. The other guard is Jackson Cathcart, a 6-foot senior wearing number 3. He's a transfer from West Des Moines Valley. And the third starter at forward is Davis Hardison, a 6'3 junior. He is their leading scorer, averaging 16.5 points, leads the team with 20 made threes. He'll wear number 4. At one forward, as I mentioned earlier, Caleb Price, 6'1 junior, averaging 3.5 points. He just moved in from Kansas City over the summer. Price will wear number 22. And the other forward is Caleb Haddon, 6'6 senior, transfer from Valley, leads the team in rebounds, assists, and blocks. Haddon averaging 8.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. The Jayhawks come in averaging 52 points on offense, give up 71 points on defense. For Dowling, they'll go with their usual starting 5: Nathan Jenkins, Lucas Paoli, Noah Martins, Maddox Capola, basically the 4 guards, with a 6'9" and plus center, Charlie Crane, wearing number 10. Dowling wearing their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and trim. Urbandale in their visiting road blue uniforms, red numbers with white border. Jimmy Cataldo, what say you?
A couple things to look for is Charlie Crane, given he's given Urbandale about 3 inches on their big men, so the advantage of the height. The Maroons very athletic, and then with the experience, Urbandale coming in with a little bit of a flu bug going around. Be interested to see how the Maroons attack this team throughout this game.
And Dowling with a attack in the basket. Noah Martin shooting and scoring to start things off for Dowling. Maroons lead 2-0 as Dowling wins a tip, and Urbandale now with the basketball in the front court.
Urbandale on the year is a 40% shooting team, including a 35% from 3. So they shoot the ball pretty well from around the perimeter. So these teams are beating Urbandale. They're not beating themselves.
Turnover against Urbandale as they throw the ball away. Dowling comes out, Jimmy, ranked 9th with a record of 7-2 in the first rankings that came out earlier this week. Urbandale with a record of 1-7. Lone win was at home for Urbandale against Ankeny Centennial, 58-57. Corner 3 by Jenkins for Dowling, no good from the left wing. Rebound Urbandale and Davis Hardison. Davis with the ball. Leaves it for Cathcart. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Good. Smooth move that time by Cathcart as he shoots and scores.
Really good shooting team, as I mentioned about Urbandale. Urbandale coming out with a 2-1-2 zone on the Maroons, something that they haven't seen throughout the year. So they're going to force the Maroons to shoot from the three-point arc and see if they can hit them.
All right, long three, top of the key. It's no good by Dowling Catholic, but the putback up and in. Martins misses the three, but Charlie Crane cleans out the offensive board and put back to score. 4-2 Dowling. Jayhawks with the basketball, left to right, going towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. Had a packed house for game one with 250 young dancers out there. 10 on the shot clock. Now a shot blocked in the lane by Dowling, and that was Paoli with the block, and Maroons guilty of the blocking foul as Hardison, their leading scorer, was going to work in the lane, Jimmy.
Hardison averaging 16.5 points per game, 4 rebounds. Really good free throw shooter, 88% on the year. Certainly the most talented player that they have on their roster.
First free throw good by Davis Hardison, 88% free throw shooter on the season. His dad is one of the assistants to Coach Thielking, John Hardison. Also Charlie Crowley on the bench, and Tony Perez, second free throw good. JV coach is Elliott Flynn for the Jayhawks as Hardison makes both free throws. And we're tied at 4, Dowling and Urbandale. Game one was won by Dowling 60-27, the girls contest, as the second-ranked Maroons with the win, improving their record to 9-2. All right, Dowling with the ball. Here's Jenkins. Maroons reverse the ball. Here's Capola. Maddox, couple dribbles. Gets in the corner to Lucas Paoli. Now on the high post to Martins. 8 on the shot clock. Underneath Crane. Layup good. Martins found him, but the Maroons' great ball movement found the open man.
And that's what you got to do against the zone. Move the ball. Make that zone work. Get them out of their routine. Find those holes, and they found Charlie Crane at the baseline.
All right, here's Haddon with it. Reverse layup, good. Smooth move by Caleb Haddon. Leads the team in blocks, field goal percentage, assists, and rebounds. And he did a nice move there. He got his first 2 points, averaging 8.5 on the season. Tied at 6, Dowling and Urbandale. Now turnover on the baseline. Haddon with the turnover, or with the steal. Now Urbandale with the backdoor cut. They try to get it to Haddon, stolen away by Crane. Martins. And to Jenkins, layup good. 2-on-1 fast break, and Nathan Jenkins finishes it off. Dowling by 2, 8-6.
Great transition by the Maroons. Continue to push that ball up court. Don't stop when you got the numbers. 2-on-1 break and the finish.
4:45 remaining. First quarter in game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Now a backdoor cut by Caleb Price. And it's stolen away by Dowling. And here's Crane all the way down. Layup no good. Rebounded by Sturdivant. Jackson Sturdivant for Urbandale. Gets it to Hardison for 3. It's no good. Rebound Jenkins and Dowling. Lit on the basket now for both teams. Capola dribbles it across the timeline for the Maroons. Out of Jenkins. Jenkins guarded by Sturdivant. Pull-up jumper. Uses the glass. Up and good from 10 feet out. Noah Martins with his 4th point.
Noah Martins has come on really strong over the last few games, especially coming out of the break. Been Dowling's leading scorer and continues to play really good basketball since coming off Christmas break.
All right, Hardison, skip pass in the corner from Haddon. His 3-pointer no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Capola in the front court to Martins. Guarded by Sturdivant. Down the lane he goes. Layup no good. Too strong, and a rebound Urbandale. Hardison. Outlet pass to Cathcart, saves it from going out of bounds. The ball's deflected in the hands of Martins and Dowling the other way. Fast and furious underneath. They find Crane. His shot is blocked, and his putback is no good. Gets his own rebound, and a shot up again. So he padded his offensive boards and finally got it to go for the 3rd time. Crane with 6 points, timeout on the floor. And this will be a full timeout. We'll take it. With 3:19 to go first quarter, it's Dowling 12, Urbandale 6 here in the boys contest from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym. Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling boys leading by the score of 12-6 over Urbandale in the Central Iowa Metro League game in Class 4A boys. Earlier tonight in Class 5A girls, Dowling a winner, 60-27 over Urbandale. Dowling girls now 9-2 on the season, ranked second. And they take on Bishop Hewlin tomorrow at the Ballard Huxley tournament. And now Urbandale with the ball. They call a set play, and boy, they get it to execution. They get free throws coming. A shot up and no good. Foul on Dowling. And they're going to whistle Maddox Capolo for his first foul. And free throws coming for Jackson Cathcart, the transfer from Valley here shooting, Jimmy.
So Maddox Capolo feels he had pretty good position on that. Very little body, but forced Cathcart into a forced shot. Kind of bailed out a little bit, but officials calling it, playing on.
Yeah, Coach Anderson not very happy with the call, and he's letting one of the officials know. Second free throw good. So Cathcart 4 points, 2 for 2 at the line. Urbandale 4 for 4 at the line in the first quarter. 12-8 Dowling. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter from the Dowling gym. A packed house. We had the 225 or so young ladies in here, young dancers in game 1. Got a surprise for you in game 2, Jimmy. We got the moms with the Dowling cheerleaders at halftime, so we'll be doing that. Now, corner 3 up and good by Dowling's Nathan Jenkins. He's got 5 points, and that is his 5th 3 of the year. 15-8 Dowling, 2:35 to go, first quarter. Dowling stays man-to-man. You mentioned Urbandale changing up defenses. Dowling stay man-to-man.
Kind of joked a little bit with the Dowling coaches that we don't see much zone. And the one time we did see them go zone in this season, they hit I can't remember, it was Waukee hit a 3 and they came out of it and never seen it since.
That's about right. Gio Keelis in the lineup for Dowling. Keelis launches a 3, it's no good. Rebound Haddon and Urbandale. Jayhawks in the front court in transition. Hardison leaves it for Callan Heller. Heller over to Haddon in the lane. Back to Heller. Reverse layup, no good. Ball out of bounds. They say it went off Dowling. Keelis and Quincy Moore in the lineup for the Maroons.
A lot of new faces in the Urbandale lineup tonight with the flu bug going around. Kalen Heller has not seen a ton of playing time. Senior, no. 6-foot senior.
No. So Jack Pargan out with the illness. He wears number 0, so you shouldn't see him here tonight. Also out, Turner Brown, number 12, 6'5 senior, plays off the bench. Out sick. And also Caden Burns, 6'4 junior. How many wears number 23? He is out. So 3 men down due to illness, missing yesterday and today. And so Urbandale hanging in there. 15-8, Dowling with the lead. Minute 25 to go in the first quarter. Here's Martins with it for the Maroons. Guarded by Sturdivant. Let's get past to Keelis. 15 on the shot clock. Gio with it, gets to Martins. Noah jump stops and picks up the foul. He'll be on the floor. Urbandale pleading their case. They thought he got bailed out. And that foul will be on Jackson Sturdivant, his first, out of bounds to Dowling. Team foul number 1 on Urbandale. 2 fouls on Dowling here in the quarter.
Coach Thiel King's throwing the kitchen sink at the Maroons here this first quarter with a little bit of 2-3 zone, full court press, jumping into a man-to-man, trying to keep the Maroons off balance.
Here's Keelis with the ball, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Gio tried to take it to the basket, but help defense Callan Heller with the deflection. 30 on the shot clock. Martins will be out of the Dowling lineup. And they put Jenkins back in.
Coppola, Keyless, Quincy Moore, and Lucas Paoli's throwing the ball in from the baseline.
Official checking the shot clock, and I guess Mr. Crandall did it right, so we won't. Oh, it's Colleen Webb on the shot clock tonight. Coach Wilson going to his bench for scorers. And they got it all right. Here's Quincy Moore. He backs in, spins, whirls, shot off the glass. Good. Quincy Moore posting up tear cool and scores.
That's Quincy's strength, is his ability and his strength around the basket to get position and get himself into an easy shot, high percentage situation, and that's what Quincy does.
Dowling 17, Urbandale 8. And now on the baseline, Jayhawks with it. Here's Heller. Leaves it for Hardison, goes to the basket. His shot up no good. Keyless with the rebound. Dowling running. 2-on-3 fast break, and now an offensive foul on Keyless. Gio took one extra step and tried to go through 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, Gio needs to play with his head up a little bit as 3 guys collapsed down on him. He had Paoli off to the side and Coppola on the other. That's the opportune time, kick out. See if one of your guys can knock down a 3. A little bit too aggressive there by Gio Keyless.
Keyless with his first foul, third team foul on Dowling here in the first quarter. 24 seconds remaining. Urbandale with 1 team foul. Our officials, Alan Dries, Mark Jensen, and Mark Vandehar, our 3-man officiating crew. Urbandale with the ball. They work it inside. A shot off the glass too strong and no good by Caleb Haddon. Rebound Dowling. Noah Martins returns to lineup. Gets it to Coppola. Maddox in the lane. Jump stop. Gets in the corner for 3 by Paoli at the horn. No good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 17, Urbandale 8. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return with the second quarter in 1 minute from the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowa Catholic Radio is AM 1150, KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 KIHS, Adel Panora, and 89.9 KCSL Spencer Spirit Lake.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym here in West Des Moines. Central Iowa Metro League basketball. Game 1, the Dowling girls a winner 60-27. This is game 2, the boys game between Dowling and Urbandale. The rematch, Dowling beat Urbandale 69-64 in the first meeting back in early December. Jayhawks come out of the quarter with a shot on the baseline. It's no good by Davis Hardison. The rebound comes out to Dowling. Coppola with it, gets to Martins. Noah kicks it back out to Coppola. And a pull-up jumper by Coppola in the lane. Good. Maddox Coppola with his first field goal of the night. He has 2 points. He was held scoreless on Monday night, but picks up scoring there. Maroons out to a 19-8 lead. Their largest lead is 11 here in the second quarter. A 3-pointer from the corner. Good. That's Jackson Cathcart with his 14th made 3, and he has 7 points.
First 3-point made shot by Urbandale tonight. Now they're 1 of 5 from the 3-point arc.
We'll get the first quarter statistics here in a moment when we get a break. Maddox Coppola underneath the crane, his shot up, and a blocking foul called on Urbandale as bodies hit the floor, and they'll whistle on Callan Heller, his first.
First quarter numbers for the Maroons. Maroons are 8 of 15 from the field, 1 of 5 of 3, 9 total rebounds to just 2 turnovers for Urbandale. 2 of 11 from the field, as I mentioned, 0 of 4 in the first quarter from 3. They hit their first one here just a moment ago. 5 total rebounds and 3 turnovers. Urbandale averaging 14 turnovers on the year, 3 in the first quarter.
Maroons averaged 10 turnovers on the season. Crane hits the first free throw. He has 7 points tonight. 20-11, Dowling with the lead as we simulcast on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Don't be confused, Jimmy. It's pretty easy. You just do your thing. You do you. Second free throw good by Crane.
You know, in the football days, you guys got the camera in front of you, and I see no cameras. I think that's probably a
we don't have a monitor in front of us. And we'll work on that. And now the Jayhawks with the ball. A shot up and no good. Follow-up shot. Rebound by Haddon is no good. And then Dowling with the rebound. Martin's in the front court as Dowling to their starting 5. Noah with it. Tries a backdoor cut. Tried to find Paoli with it. Now the pass over to Jenkins is out of bounds. And turnover against Dowling as Gio Keelis checks into the lineup, replacing Paoli.
Maroons got a little bit wild on that offensive set. And play on, continue to play strong man-to-man defense, as we've seen throughout the year. Charlie Crane being a really good presence inside, leading Class 4A in block shots. I believe he has 41 block shots on the year. Check it, 37 block shots on the year.
And Monday night, as Ellie Muller set the career record for block shots in Dowling, in the record book for Dowling. So yeah, speaking of block shots, we've got quite a few. Now whistle and a foul on the Maroons. This will be on Maddox Capola. That'll be his second. Free throws coming for Urbandale. And that's
Kean Riley,
who was not expected to play, but is. He was been battling a knee injury. He was one of the returners, and he's been questionable, and he has to play probably out of necessity tonight. And this is the first free throw. Matter of fact, I had him scratched off on my chart.
I believe this is Keon's first live action in the year because he's been battling that knee injury. Watching him a little bit, very athletic young man, 5'9", senior. Moves around pretty well, a little bit gimped by the left knee injury, but he's putting everything.
He's 1 for 2, and he has 3 free throws. He was in the second one, no good. He goes 1 for 3, rebound Dowling. And Capola battling Caleb Price and gets a rebound. So all hands on deck, and a whistle and a foul on Urbandale. That'll be on Price, and it'll be his first. So yeah, Coach Steele King down 3 players, and 1 coming back. Kean Riley, who was been out with a knee injury. Be seeing his first action of the season. Dowling with the ball. Martin's underneath, and a little scoop shot, no good. Tipped by Charlie Crane, no good, but he gets the rebound and put back and finishes with his 10th point of the night.
Charlie makes a ton of his production off of offensive rebounds, and he's just so difficult to box out. He's so long. Again, taking advantage of that.
Now here's a shot down the lane, no good by Hardison of Urbandale. Rebound Dowling. Boy, he had a lot of hands in the air for that, trying to deflect it. Maroons in the front court. Here's Martins for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound Hardison and Urbandale. Davis in the front court. Leaves it for Haddon. He'll launch the 3. It's no good, and a whistle and a loose ball foul called on Urbandale. We're going to whistle on Caleb Price, his second.
Not a night to get into foul trouble if you're Coach Steele King's Urbandale team. I mean, you look at young men like Keon Riley, who's been probably working his tail to get back into action this year. Has probably been bumped up a little bit in his production to get back on the court. But
oh, you know, Clay went over and said, hey, I'm down 3 guys tonight. How's the knee? Can you give me a few minutes?
Keon's been probably saying, I've been ready to go 3 games ago.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Martins with the layup, good. Noah Martins down the right side and scores for the Maroons. That is his 6th point of the night. 25-12, Dowling by 13. His largest lead is 13 right now. Now in the lane, a shot no good by the Jayhawks. Rebound Dowling. We've got a whistle and a foul on Jackson Sturdivant, his second. Just going to look up Kean Riley's numbers, and he is not listed on the stat sheet at all, so this is his first action of the year. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. Dowling 25, Urbandale 12 here in this boys CIML Class 4A game. 4:38 remaining in the first half. Mark Amadil alongside Jimmy Cataldo. Introduce our crew, our director on CISN, Rachel Hawley, and our camera operators, Carson Dunnick and Marion Bailey. And your relative, Vinny Cataldo, spinning the tunes and keeping us plugged in on the Iowa Catholic radio side.
You know, you remember going out in the 80s when you go to
yes,
you go to the hip hop bars, and
sure,
the DJ that everybody came to watch or listen to was always spinning it back in the
Wolfgang.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like Vinny on Friday night.
Oh.
KWKY, that's Vinny, Friday night.
Good. You just leave his bowling stuff out of it. I mean, you were digging that stuff up a week ago, and that, I felt bad for the kid.
Oh.
All right, and now Dowling with the ball, and Paoli shot no good, but the tip up and in, and who they credit it to? Paoli. They got to give it to Paoli. He's got 5 points.
Paoli was just trying to jump up to get the rebound, ended up tipping it, and it goes in.
Now a long three, no good by Urbandale, and that's Caleb Price playing with 2 fouls. Rebound Dowling. 27-12 Maroons by 15. This is their largest lead. Dowling with a record of 7-2, ranked 9th in the first rankings in Class 4A. And now Keyless with the shot, it's no good, and a foul on Price, and that's his third. So coming off the bench, he's picked up 3 fouls.
3 quick ones. That's probably 3 fouls in this quarter alone.
Urbandale comes in with a record of 1-7. Jayhawks trying to snap the first free throw, no good by Keyless. 5-game losing streak.
Well, as we mentioned in the pregame, the number 1 rated strength of schedule in Class 4A, Urbandale, has gone up. And as now you're flipping and you're playing these teams for the second time now here in June, as you play each team almost twice, so that now we're starting the second half of the schedule, and you hope to see where your team has gotten. You know where everybody else is falling. Very, very tough schedule.
Second free throw by Keyless is good. He's 1 for 2 tonight at the line. 91% shooter on the season. 28-12 Dowling. Now turnover by the Jayhawks as the ball deflected into the Dowling student section. Oh, they're all over there, Jimmy. The dance moms. Cheerleaders and moms tonight at halftime of the girls contest while we interview Coach Meyer and members of the Dowling girls coaching staff who picked up a win. You did that when your daughters.
I never did. Guys like the former sideline guy Johnny Chido. He was always on.
He might be listening.
Field,
He's packing to head out of town. He might be listening to you.
What's going?
28-12 turnover against Dowling. Did you write that down?
Got it.
Sometimes these don't balance at the end, I see. Now Hardison has his pass stolen away. Martin's with it. Lead pass down to Paoli. To Paoli, and now Dowling with the ball. Here's Keyless on the right side. Off-balance shot, and he traveled with the basketball. And he said, yeah, I did, but I went through contact with Caleb Haddon. Turnover against Dowling. Don't forget to write that down.
I got it. It's just, you're watching Gio a little bit. He's just, part of the action. He's the aggressor tonight, and there's a lot of characteristic for Gio. Gio's a guy we found a lot of success from him set shot. And
here's a steal by Moore. Quincy with the shot. It rolls off the rim, no good. Partially blocked by Hardison. What a matchup there. Rebound Dowling, and now the other rebound Urbandale. Now a steal by Keyless. Underneath to Martins. He tries to get it to Moore, and he picks up the foul as Urbandale had the ball on the steal, and Martins with his first foul. But how about Quincy Moore went down and had the shot blocked by Hardison?
He had dunk all over his face and contested right at the rim, and tremendous play by Hardison.
Absolutely. 28-12 is our score. Under 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Dowling with the lead. Foul situations. Urbandale has committed 5 fouls, so every Urbandale foul, Dowling's at the double bonus. Maroons with just 2 fouls. Out here's Heller for 3, good. That's his second 3 of the year for Kalen Heller, excuse me. His first 3 of the night, second of the year. That cuts the score to 28-15, and now Dowling comes back and hits the 3 on the offensive end. As Gio Keyless He's just been waiting to break out. He is instant offense when he comes in. Off the bench for the Maroons. Keyless, a 6'3 junior, leads the team with now 18 threes. Urbandale the other way, and the ball poked out of bounds. It'll be Urbandale basketball with 21 on the shot clock as Martins and Moore check out. And Charlie Crane back into the Dowling lineup along with Maddox Capola. Jayhawks inbound it to Haddon. Now corner three by Hardison, no good. Rebound Dowling. And Nathan Jenkins. He'll dribble across the timeline. Nathan, little head fake to Capola, left wing. Now he dribbles baseline, cut off nicely by Sturdivant of Urbandale. Minute 50 to play. Dowling 31, Urbandale 15 as the Maroons have doubled the score. Here's Paoli with it. Lucas double team. Gets it to Capola. Now to Keyless. He'll launch the three. It's off the back iron, no good. And rebound Urbandale. Haddon with the rebound. Outlet pass to Cathcart in the lane. And his shot no good. Rebound Dowling and Jenkins. Maroons running. Here's Capola for three. Right corner, good. Maddox Capola with the corner three. That's his sixth three of the year. It's 34-15 Dowling with a minute 10 to play in the first half. Urbandale with it. Cathcart. Step back three. Over Crane. Good. Smooth move by Cathcart, and that's his second three of the night. He's got 10 points to lead Urbandale. 34-18 Dowling. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter, or first half. And Dowling with the ball. Underneath the Crane on the baseline. This ball slipped out of his hands and he kind of just threw it up there. Rebound comes out to Urbandale off the missed shot. Jayhawks in transition. Layup good by Cathcart. He's got 12 points.
Cathcart goes hard and then slows down to get a little bit of control. He's able to get a strong shot in the lane.
Cathcart's gassed. What a final last 2 minutes he's had. 20 on, shot clock off. 15 seconds remaining in the first half, and Dowling will try to take the final shot. They go right to left in front of us towards the south basket here at Dowling. And now Keyless has the ball deflected off him, didn't see it. And a turnover against Dowling. Turnover
number 5 for the Maroons here in the second quarter. 7 on the game.
You didn't park.
One of those.
You didn't park next to Olsen and Tritton, did you? Because that's not sometimes good here.
Backstory to that, I assume. But
oh yeah, over at Valley.
Oh no.
I had to move. I don't know which one was guilty of it. It was either Tritton or Ole.
Call on Hardison on the push-off inbounds pass, trying to get separation from Paoli. Hardison gets the offensive foul, push-off.
That's his first. So this will be now Dowling in the bonus. So there'll be 2 shots coming here. Paoli should be the shooter, right, Jimmy?
On the offensive foul, I think.
And Dowling's going to take a timeout. We'll see what this is. 30 or a minute. If it's a minute, we will keep it here. With 6 seconds remaining in the first half, we'll just keep it here. Our score, Dowling 34, Urbandale 20 here in this boys contest. Mark Amadeo, Jimmy Cataldo. Girls game 1 earlier tonight. Dowling 60, Urbandale 27 in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Halftime, Ohio State leading Texas 7-0. Thanks to Mike Burkert, who sat in where you're sitting.
You know, whoever comes out of that game, Texas, Ohio State, is tremendous teams, and that's going to be just a fun matchup to watch against Notre Dame. And I don't know. I'm just glad that I don't have to take any PTO. I mean, PTO is tough to come by around here.
Yeah, you're going to get dead air when you start that stuff. Yeah, got enough situations going around town. All right, 6 seconds remaining. Some people are out there packing for the maybe a vacation or two. We appreciate their listening into our broadcast. Martins has it, 4 seconds. Noah, pull-up jumper to left elbow, no good, and the rebound Urbandale. And we go to halftime with Dowling leading 34-20 over the Urbandale Jayhawks here at halftime. We'll catch up with members of the Dowling girls basketball team, Mr. Jimmy Cataldo, but the Dowling boys, before we go to break, leading 34-20 at halftime over the Jayhawks. Dowling led 17-8 at the end of the first half and extended their lead here in the second quarter.
When you look at the game, I think Urbandale's zone has been fairly effective against the Maroons, but it's just they're not getting into the zone as many times. They've poor shooting night so far for Urbandale has really allowed for some fast break points for Dowling, and Dowling out rebounding Urbandale 19-10. So big differences in just the opportunity to make shots and the transition. Breakaways have been really beneficial for the Maroons, pushing out to a 14-point lead.
All right, we go to the break. Dowling boys leading 34-20 over Urbandale. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell. We'll be back with our halftime guests. Oh, we have Zediker and Olson. We were going to have some questions for them. No coach? No coach? Oh, this ought to be real good. Stay tuned. Our halftime guests, Ava Zediker and Ellie Olson from the Dowling girls basketball team, who earlier tonight defeated Urbandale 60-27. And we'll take a 1-minute break, 1 minute, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Christmas Minute. Is the word Christmas really that controversial? G.K. Chesterton says, those two syllables that form Christmas are two words that have done more to tear the world apart than any other words, Christ and Mass. When we say Merry Christmas, we are affirming the most controversial creed in all of history, the Incarnation. We are saying that God Himself became flesh and blood. We are saying that bread and wine become flesh and blood. There are people who don't believe that, but we do, and nothing should stop us from proclaiming it and celebrating it, because it is indeed tidings of great joy for all the earth. God has saved us from our sins. Merry Christmas. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Halftime of the boys contest. Dowling 34, Urbandale 20. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We just had the dance moms with their daughters cheerleading, and you missed it. You were supposed to provide commentary. I know you've got the calculator going, Mr. Cataldo, but you keep working on that. We'll catch up. All right, we're at halftime. No coach, but we have two young ladies joining us here at halftime. Ava Zediker and Ellie Olson. Ladies, welcome. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Is she getting in better shape all of a sudden? I mean,
no,
she going out for track? Zediker's looking much better, don't you think, Oli?
Yeah, she started out a little sick, but now she's where she is.
Well, she had some kind of virus.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
She couldn't find the right prescription. Some these drug guys are running
Wait,
around.
I don't get the joke. Wait.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
He does.
I don't get it.
He's a pharmaceutical rep.
Oh,
Whenever
okay.
he tells jokes, everybody says nobody gets it.
Oh,
I don't get it. But yeah, that's a common comment.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. All right, Ava Zediker, Ellie Olson, nice win.
Thank you.
And are you ready for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Because you took care of Urbandale tonight, beat them twice during the season. That's one team off your list.
We're done with Urbandale.
Yeah.
Done with Urbandale for now.
Yeah.
But tomorrow,
We got a big game.
Huxley, Iowa. Only Jimmy knows where that's at. I think he bought a dog there one time. But
I don't get it.
Huxley, Iowa. Sioux City Heelan.
Yes.
Number one team, another number one team out of Class 4A. Ava Zediker, what say you? What do you know about? You probably played with half the team, right? Your AAU.
Just like a couple of them.
Okay.
I know a couple.
See? And the matchup tomorrow, 11:30 at Huxley. Talk about that, Ava. Give us a preview.
So, I mean, they'll play a lot of zone. They play a 1-3-1. I mean, they'll show a man sometimes, but
You recognize a few names on there?
yeah, Snoozy, Miller, and their post girl. So they're post.
LaFleur. I think LaFleur is one of the post players,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember the LaFleur name from Heelan?
I do.
Oh, my
I do.
goodness.
Talented.
He has I'm guessing, a relative, Maddie LaFleur.
Yeah.
And they're all 5'10" to 6 foot.
Yeah,
so
they're
that's
really tall, very lengthy.
not somebody you can look your eyes into, because all the teams you played this week, you've had they're a little smaller than you.
Yeah.
How about this Oli here? She can score now.
Oh, yeah. Getting
If
the
I can
passing
make my
lanes.
layups, it's okay. I'll work on
You
it.
missed one,
I know.
but
Hey,
It's
then you
okay.
made your next one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
you did. I'm trying to bring out the score sheet. Cataldo, you got a question?
Absolutely.
For
So, it's interesting having you two girls and being an opportunity to be in this interview with you, because I've seen both of you young ladies young women now play since you were freshmen, and it's incredible to see your progression over the years. And now at this point in your careers here at Dowling, we always know what the goal is, but how is this year different than the other years?
Yeah, I just think this year is so different because we returned so many people, and so we're so close. And I mean, last year and this year, the goal was to stay the same, like you said. And I just think our chemistry we just want it so much more, and we know we have the opportunity to do it.
Ellie Olson leads the team in assists and steals, and only had one missed layup tonight. How
Only
about that?
one, yeah.
Only one.
So we're working up.
What have you done? You pushed her in practice, right, Zedeker?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Well, but you talk very talented basketball program. You talk about practice, how competitive it gets.
Yeah.
Who gets involved, and how does that routine go to continue to make you girls better over the years?
Yeah, we have such a competitive atmosphere. Not just the coaches, but the players are always pushing each other to get better. We're not afraid to call each other out if something needs to be better, things need to be sharpened up. So I think that really helps, just knowing that we trust our teammates to call each other out on something we're making mistakes or something that we need to be better on.
So you got beginning of January, middle of January. It's going to be a grind the next 4 to 6 weeks. What's it going to take come February, March, you girls to go all that way?
I think it's just we got to bring the energy every single day. You got to have we got to hype each other up, keep us going, and then
stay healthy.
Stay healthy, have good
sure.
practices.
Yeah.
I think, execution.
On social media, Zedeker and Ole and a few others, they get these smoothies. You guys don't get those in football. Talk about that, Ava or Ole. Ava, go ahead.
We went to Fierce Nutrition last week.
There's a free shout out.
They reached out to us and asked if we wanted to, try their smoothies or shakes and teas. And so we went there. We tried them. They were really good. And then we just posted it on our social media.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're really good. We go there every year.
Yeah, we go there every year.
Yeah, unlike what this guy used to do during his playing career. I mean, he'd have a couple double quarter pounders. Large.
Everyone's different.
Soda.
Everyone's different.
You see where Coach Nejas is? I could make the basket right there. That's called intramurals.
That's really true.
Intramural court. We're visiting with Ava Zedeker and Ellie Olson, a couple of Dowling seniors. Are you seniors? Yeah. You're right. I think they're on the 5-year plan. I think they've been here 5 years.
We talk about all the, and it makes me think from when my daughter, the basketball record book here at Dowling has been overturned in just 4, 5, 6 years. And a lot of it has been, these two young ladies have been part of all that, to be able to see, Caitlin Clark in her heyday, and then of course, Ava, I mean, you're taking that baton. What are you teaching? What are you doing to the younger generation as they are watching you two on the basketball court?
Yeah. So like on the court, to show the young girls, we want to show that we have great team energy. We all care about each other. We all just want to make each other better, and we're having fun to show the little girls and play hard, of course.
Ole?
I would just say just showing them the love for the game and how we just come together as one on the court. Yeah.
Well, you're certainly doing that. We're about halfway through the season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, shout outs. Zedeker, Ole, who's out there in radio and TV land? We're on CISN tonight. Go ahead.
We have to give a shout out to Liv Redeker and Grace Kelly. Yep. They were just sitting with us right over there. But
yeah, I saw some alumni back. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Ava Zedeker?
My grandparents.
Awesome. Which side, mom or dad?
Dad.
Okay. The Zedeker.
Are they in local or are they?
Arnie and
they're in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Florida.
Arnie and Phyllis.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I saw them at Johnson. I think I ran into your grandparents. All right. Ladies, best of luck.
Thank
you for joining us here at halftime.
Yeah.
Putting up with Mr. Cataldo and me. We appreciate that. He's got his Notre Dame hat on. We're watching the football playoff game. So, of course. But best of luck tomorrow against Heelan.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you next time, all right? Stay healthy.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Thank you.
There's our halftime guests, Ava Zedeker and Ellie Olson. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, halftime. And Dowling boys lead at 34-20 over Urbandale. We'll return in 1 minute for the start of the second half on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
2025 means big changes at Divine Treasures, and you're invited. After more than 3 decades, new ownership will continue the ministry as your Catholic book and gift source in the Des Moines area. Join them on Saturday, January 25th from noon to 4 p.m. for an open house to celebrate your loyalty to the store over the years, to give Lois, Sue, and Cindy a heartfelt send-off, and welcome the new owners and management team for our sponsor, Divine Treasures, 5701 Hickman Road, Des Moines, 515-255-5230.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Building a relationship with a primary care doctor is one of the easiest ways to stay healthy. Schedule your annual checkup with a Mercy One doctor so you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
All right, we're underway here in the third quarter. Dowling leading 36-23 over Urbandale. Maroons going left to right. Here's a three-pointer no good by Nathan Jenkins and a rebound out to Urbandale. Charlie Crane with the basket for the Maroons in the second half, and a three-pointer by Davis Hardison. Good. Now Hardison, another three. It's no good. And a rebound ripped out of there by Dowling as the Maroons lead 36-23. Dowling led 34-20 at halftime. Now we have a blocking foul here on Urbandale. And Jim, you got to look at some first half numbers.
First half numbers for the Maroons: shot 50% from the field, 14 of 28, 19 total rebounds, and 7 turnovers. For Urbandale, 6 of 24 from the field, which included 3 of 10 from 3, 10 rebounds, 8 turnovers, and foul number 4 just a moment ago on Price, and he goes to the bench, and that hurts a team that's estimated a little bit with illness. You see an athlete like Price go to the bench.
Yeah, well, you don't have that much depth. You're down 3 players due to illness who didn't make the trip over here to Dowling. That creates problems. Urbandale with the ball, and they're in the front court. And on the baseline, a fadeaway shot good by Cathcart. All of a sudden, Cathcart's starting to light it up. He's got 14 points. He leads Urbandale in scoring.
You know, I think Urbandale going to this zone is really meant to save their legs throughout this game.
No question. Now Martins for 3. It's no good from the top of the key, and a rebound comes out to Urbandale and Jackson Sturdivant. Haddon, Cathcart, Hardison, who launches a 3, top of the key. It's no good. Now another 3. It's no good by Cathcart. Ball slapped around, and Dowling comes away with it. Also out there for Urbandale, Kean Riley, who has not played all season due to a knee injury, is cleared and is playing tonight. Thank goodness for the Jayhawks. Now Dowling with the ball. Here's Paoli for 3, right wing. It's no good. Dowling going cold from the field. Rebound Jayhawks, 36-25. The Dowling lead has shrunk to 11 after leading by as many as 15. Now a steal by Dowling and Capola. So for the Maroons, it's Jenkins, Paoli, Crane, Martins, and Capola, the 5 on the floor for Dowling Catholic. Now underneath Crane, his shot is blocked, tapped around, and coming away with it is Urbandale and Hardison. Davis with it on the dribble, leaves it for Cathcart, right wing. Back to Haddon on the right block against Crane, and it does an up and under and a double dribble on Haddon. And turnover against Urbandale.
Haddon thinks he had the ball knocked loose, which really resets your dribble, and official doesn't believe he saw that and calls double dribble. Turnover number 2 in the third quarter for Urbandale.
What was the half there? The total turnovers at the half for both teams, Jimmy?
So pretty even. 7 turnovers on the Maroons, 8 on Urbandale. Urbandale averaging 14 turnovers a game, where the Maroons just under 10.
Dowling with the ball, leading by 11. 4.5 to go. 1 team foul here in the third quarter. Capola with it. Maddox down the lane. Shot up and no good. We got an offensive foul called on Capola. Great job on defense by Urbandale, and that's Kean Riley just playing his first game of the year, and he was one of the top bench players for Urbandale a year ago, and he's got that experience. Drew the charge.
It's an offensive foul that I don't think Coach Anderson really cares too much about, because it's seeing Maddox do what we need Maddox to do, which is play north-south, play downhill, play loose, and sometimes Maddox Maddox ends up looking around a lot, trying to get other people involved when his best game is playing fluid, playing loose, and just reacting to what happens in the game.
All right, Urbandale with the ball. Haddon in the lane, works against Crane, puts up a shot. It's no good, and fight for the rebound, and Keyless comes away with it, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Urbandale's Kalen Heller. That'll be his second. That'll be the second foul on Urbandale here in the third quarter. 36-25, Dowling with the lead. As we approach the 4-minute mark, Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our studio producer, Vinny Cataldo. And behind us, the folks from CISN as we simulcast tonight with CISN. Running jumper by Paoli, no good. Crane with the tip, no good. And rebound cleared out of there by Cathcart and Urbandale. Jackson in the front court. Stops his dribble. Leaves it for Heller. Down the lane, his shot rolls around and goes through. Kalen Heller, who has been little used but yet a senior in the program, shoots and scores.
It's his second basket on the night. 5 points for Heller. Getting very little playing time now, taking advantage of these opportunities and having a little bit of fun with it.
1-2-2 or 3-2 zone by Urbandale. And now Keyless for three, and it's no good. Lid on the basket for Dowling. The lead is 9, 36-27 Maroons. Jayhawks come down court. Riley leaves it for Cathcart. Up top it goes to Haddon. Caleb on the dribble, looking, now backdoor cut and a layup up, good. That's Davis Hardison on an assist to Haddon. Hardison with 7 points and a timeout Dowling. 3:01 left to play here in the third quarter. Our score, Dowling Catholic 36, Urbandale 29. We'll take a 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
Do only Catholics get to go to heaven?
There are actually a couple of questions here. The answer to all of them is similar. The way to heaven is to live in perfect union with God and to desire Him above all else. Now, the surest way to do that is to live in the church that God Himself came down from heaven to establish and continues to be present for in the Eucharist. That's the Catholic Church. Does this mean that all Catholics go to heaven? No. Some are Catholic in name only, but live for something other than God.
Okay, but what if you grew up on a deserted island and never heard about Jesus?
Did you live your life as best and as truly as you could? Jesus is all good and all true and will judge accordingly. Same thing if you're a Muslim, a Jew, or a non-denom. If you desire truth and goodness above all things, but some insurmountable obstacle keeps you from the Catholic Church, God knows that, and in His justice and mercy allows the possibility of entering heaven. But like we said, living truly as a Catholic is the surest way. Hint, hint. For more, YoungCatholicMinute.com.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Our score, 36-29. Dowling boys leading Urbandale in Game 2 of our doubleheader. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Game 1 was won by the Dowling girls, 60-27. Our thanks to Ava Zediker and Ellie Olson, our halftime guests. Dowling with a three-pointer by Jenkins, up and good. Nathan Jenkins with his 5th three of the year. He has 5 points, 39-29, Dowling by 10. The lead was down to 7 at one time.
Good timeout by Coach Einerson as his team was starting to struggle a little bit. Comes out of a timeout, hitting Jenkins for a three-point shot.
Here's Cathcart, fadeaway jumper on the baseline, no good, and Keyless with the rebound. Urbandale has Tare Cool, 6'3 senior in, number 11. He's guarding Charlie Crane. Here's the Maroons. Jenkins with it, leaves it for Martins. Noah in the lane, reverse layup, good. With the right hand, Noah Martins, he has 8 points.
I don't know if I've seen anybody play more confident in this part of a season than I've seen Noah Jenkins. Just taking the ball without even thinking about it. A lot of things that you'd like to see, young men do is attack without thinking and be fluid with it. Take the good with the bad. He's getting a lot of goods this year.
All right, Urbandale with the ball and a dribble down court on the left side. Davis Hardison shoots and scores. The basket's going to count. Foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Nathan Jenkins, his first. Hardison with his 7th point in the third quarter. He has 9 in the contest.
You were going to keep Hardison down. As I mentioned, he's leading Urbandale in points, 16.5 points a game.
And a chance for the and one here for Hardison. The free throw is good. Hardison with 10 points. It's 41-32, Dowling by 9. Maroons in the front court, Urbandale in their zone. Joined us late. Jayhawks have 3 players out tonight due to illness. Didn't come to school today or yesterday. Dowling underneath, Moore. Quincy shot in the lane, no good. And a rebound out to Urbandale. Jayhawks in the front court with Hardison. Dribble weave, and now they leave it to Cathcart. And his shot up and no good. Out of bounds to Dowling with 1:21 remaining. Jackson Sturdivant will check in. Checking out will be Jackson Cathcart. And he has played one whale of a game tonight, and he's going to get a breather.
Exerting a ton of energy as Cathcart.
Cathcart, I think, was on the football team, too, if I'm not mistaken, for Urbandale, but he transferred from Valley and having a nice game here tonight. 9-point Dowling lead. 1:10 to play. Maroons running their dribble weave with the guards. Here's Jenkins with it. Noah. Skip pass in the corner, and an offensive foul called on Jenkins. And taking the charge was Kean Riley once again. And for Jenkins, or rather for Kath Martin's, his second foul.
Taking the ball hard of the basket on man-to-man. What Noah's been doing the whole game. As they collapse, he saw Capola out on the wing, and nice job by Cool stepping in front and taking the charge.
Riley. Kean Riley took the charge. Now a turnover by Urbandale, stolen away by Dowling and Lucas Paoli. Here's Jenkins with it. Noah in the lane, layup good. He made sure nobody's going to take the charge there. And Noah Martins, rather, with the basket. He has 10 points. 43-32, Dowling by 11. Maroons have led by as many as 15 points in the first half. Urbandale cut the lead to 7 here in the third quarter. Now the Jayhawks have the shot blocked. That's Riley with the missed shot. Rebound Urbandale. There's Martins with it. Gets in the post to Jenkins. And Dowling's going to pull the ball out. Shot clock turned off. And 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Noah Martins with the ball for the Maroons. The 5'11 junior. Martins in the lane, spins, puts up a shot, no good. Reverse layup, no good by Moore at the horn. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 43, Urbandale 32, alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym for this Central Iowa Metro League Class 4A matchup. Dowling and Urbandale. It's Urbandale and Dowling leading Urbandale 43-32. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ with local faith leaders.
Hi, Father Joseph Sia here, pastor at St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa and St. Mary Magdalene in Bloomfield, inviting you to experience the truth and goodness of the Catholic faith. Use your favorite search engine to find our websites. Once again, St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa. We're also on Facebook, Ottumwa and Bloomfield Catholic Parishes.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
At Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home, we understand the sacred traditions of the Catholic funeral rites. These traditions bring comfort, honor, and hope through faith in Jesus and the resurrection. Caldwell Parish, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home. CaldwellParish.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
And we're back as we start the fourth quarter here at the Dowling Gym. Dowling Catholic leading Urbandale 43-32. The Maroons come in ranked 9th in Class 4A with the 7-2 mark. Urbandale comes in with a record of 1-7 in boys basketball. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls are winners 60-27. Jayhawks get the ball in the lane. Layup off the glass good by Davis Hardison, who has 12 points and leading all scorers for Urbandale.
Hardison getting great position, going up hard with the left hand.
Jayhawks stay in that zone as they do not have a whole lot of depth tonight. And Capola for three, left wing, good for Maddox, his second three of the night, and he's got 8 points.
In rhythm, Maddox can shoot the lights out in rhythm, and at that point didn't even hesitate. Trained his second three on the night.
Call those zone busters. And Urbandale has to play zone out of necessity, being 3 players down tonight, and really going to their bench for Coach Steelking. Now, how about that move on the baseline? Layup good by Hardison, who's having a night. He's got 14 and helping Urbandale. Keyless for 3 in the corner. It's good. Oh, the shooting percentages are getting higher and higher, Jimmy.
Well, everybody's setting their feet. And Maddox Capola, the last time down there, Gio Keyless having their feet set, square to the basket. No hesitation in rhythm, knocking down the shots.
Hardison for 3, top of the key. It's off the mark, no good. And rebound, Capola and Dowling. 49-36, Dowling by 13 with 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Up next for Urbandale, they take on second-ranked Valley. And now a shot in the lane by Capola, no good. Tip by Crane, no good. Rebound Urbandale. Here's Riley with it. Kean in the lane. His shot up and too strong. Rebound Dowling. Maddox Capola comes away with it. Out to Martins. He'll set his feet for 3. It's no good. And the rebound Urbandale and Davis Hardison. Boy, what a pace here in the fourth quarter. Now they get it to Riley. Kean, a head fake down the lane. His shot up and good. Smooth move by Kean Riley and a timeout Urbandale. Riley with 3 points, and we'll take a break with 5:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 49, Urbandale 38 in this Class 4A Central Iowa Metro League Conference game from the Dowling Gym. We'll be back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Vinny Cataldo playing the tunes on Iowa Catholic Radio. Not sure if our CISN audience can hear that, but your relative does a pretty good job with the tunes.
Vinny's a very talented young man, and he's been fun to watch grow up.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Quincy Moore back in. His shot is blocked underneath by Haddon, and the rebound out to Urbandale. Cathcart comes away with it. Outlet pass goes to Sturdivant. Backdoor cut to Haddon. His shot up and good. Nice pass that time from Sturdivant to Haddon. And it's 49-40, Dowling by 9.
Good timeout by Coach Steelking as he saw the pace of the game really pick up in the fourth quarter, and I think he wants this game to slow down for his team to get into their defensive sets, force Dowling into high or low percentage shots and try to fight back into this game. Down 9.
Haddon with 4 points. Now a long 3 by Martins, no good. Jayhawks went to the 2-3 zone. Rebound comes out to Urbandale. Now a long 3, good. How about that? Kean Riley starting to wake up. His first game of the season coming off injury, and he drills a 3, and now it's a 6-point lead for Dowling, and Riley with 6 points. Now here's a steal by Sturdivant. Back to Riley for 3 again. It's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Capola comes away with it, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Cathcart, and that'll be his first.
A bit of confusion there. I think Dowling's trying to call timeout the same moment there was a foul called. And I think Coach Einertson, I want to take the foul, not the timeout.
Yep, they will take the foul, and they will issue it, as we mentioned, on Cathcart. So Jackson Cathcart for Urbandale with his first foul. Timeout is waived for the time being. 49-43, Dowling by 6. Urbandale cut it to 7 in the third quarter, and the Maroons went on a little run, got up to double figures. Dowling's led by as many as 15 tonight. Jayhawks hanging around. 3 men down, but next man in, and it's worked out for Coach Steele, came to the Jayhawks. thus far. Here's Coppola with it as Dowling running their offense. They go left to right in front of us towards the north basket. Coppola, Maddox left elbow. Skip pass goes over to Nathan Jenkins. Now to Martins. Noah, dribble drive with a pass. It's stolen away. Cathcart with the steal. He works down court. Gets it to Riley. Now a long three coming. Good. Cathcart for three. He's got 17. And the Jayhawks have cut the lead to 3, 49-46.
Last time down the court, Charlie Crane was setting himself on the block pretty well. Got to work the ball down to him as he fights and gets high percentage shot, and there he does.
And now he does. He goes in, does Crane against Haddon, and shoots and scores. Charlie Crane with 14 points. 51-46, Dowling by 5. 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. This should be a great finish here at the Dowling gym. Underneath is Haddon, and his shot up and good. Haddon got loose from the left block and scored. He's got 6 points, 4 of those in the fourth quarter. 51-48, Dowling by 3. 3:20 to go.
Continue to try to find Charlie Crane somewhere near the block. He certainly has the height advantage on Cathcart.
Now a corner three by Paoli is good. Lucas Paoli with 8 points. That's his second three of the night. 54-48 Maroons.
Big shot by Lucas Paoli as Urbandale's clawing themselves back into this game. Lucas Paoli hits a big shot.
All right, Jayhawks with it. Here's Hardison falling down as he went through the lane. Gets it out to Kean Riley. Over to Cathcart. 15 on the shot clock. Coming off a ball screen by Haddon. Cathcart in the lane. Shot blocked out of bounds off of Charlie Crane. Boy, if he could have blocked it right on Cathcart, you might have something.
Talk about Charlie Crane leading Class 4A in block shots. He's such a presence in the lane. 7
on the shot clock. Urbandale inbound the ball. Kean Riley throws it in. Trying to throw it in. And we got a 5-second call. Nope, timeout Urbandale. And let's see, Urbandale had 2 timeouts remaining. Dowling has 3, and this will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 54, Urbandale 48. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on Iowa Catholic Radio, simulcasting with CISN. And we want to mention our supporters in Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Ashworth Vision, Blessman International, Construction Professionals. And have you called Bows in the Floors?
I have not.
On your daughter's upcoming wedding next year? You're just going to let the women run it.
It's so
the women
busy
are going to run
at my house. As I mentioned, my middle daughter got a job, and so she's starting her career, and I'm helping her through her finances. I told you the story, but I said, well, Anna, you gotta pay for this. Your health insurance we'll take care of, but then you got to give money to Uncle Sam. And she goes, who's our Uncle Sam? And I said, that's the government.
You should have taught her.
That's not our uncle.
Why didn't you teach her that in 7th grade? Why did she just now find this out?
Well, that's
on you.
That's why we took personal financing here at Dowling. Teach these young individuals who Uncle Sam is, as we all know.
Well, we got no updates from you. We got a personal story, but the Dowling and Urbandale listeners and viewers don't want to know that. Jayhawks with the ball. They inbound it. Kean Riley gets it into Cathcart. Fall away 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Haddon has it. In the lane, gets Crane in the air. His shot up, good. Caleb Haddon, 6 points here in the fourth quarter. He's got 8 for the ball game. It's a 4-point Dowling lead, 54-50. That 15-point lead for Dowling has been wiped out. Jayhawks coming back with that zone and getting something on each possession. There's the Maroons underneath. Layup good. That is Nathan Jenkins with his 7th point. 56-50 Dowling. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Game 1 came down the wire. Dowling winning 69-64 back in early December. Now the Jayhawks with the missed shot. Rebound Dowling.
Cathcart had a good look on that.
He
in
did.
And out was the 3.
He did. Now Paoli gets it to Coppola. Team fouls. Jayhawks with 1, Dowling none. So we've only had 1 foul here in the fourth quarter. We got a minute and a half remaining. And now Jenkins underneath. Layup good. He went right around Haddon for the score. Nathan Jenkins with back-to-back scores. Dowling up 8. What execution against the zone. All right, here is Sturdivant with the shot. It's no good. Outlet pass to Martins. And Dowling coaching staff say, hey, wait for one now. Martins gets loose and scores. He went right around Hardison for the basket. He's got 12 points. 60-50. Dowling's lead back up to 10 after leading by 3. What a game.
It's the Maroons' confidence in taking the ball to the basket, as we've seen all year. Their comfort zone is attacking the basket, and that's what you're seeing the Maroons in the last 2 possessions with Jenkins, and then the most confident kid, I think, in Central Iowa right now is Noah Martins, and taking the ball hard to the basket. As the Maroons were saying, slow down, knock off some clock. Can't slow down a very confident young man.
Talk about this young man, Owen Pins, who's our Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight December recipient for being a recognized witness to the very best of faith, academics, and student activities. And you can hear Owen's interview on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting the Iowa Catholic Radio podcast page from Friday, December 6th at iowacatholicradio.com. And thanks to our sponsors of our activity spotlight, Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Owen Pins, a senior defensive lineman, first team All-State. He didn't coach him because he was on the defensive side, so it's a defensive guy All-State. What a job by Owen.
You forget how we have to build these young men at the younger age. I had Owen when he was a sophomore, but it's great to see Owen get recognized for the great things he does. He's going to continue his football career at Drake with Coach Woodley.
Coach Woodley, yeah.
Who's moving over from Grandview to Drake.
Out for football, track. He throws a shot put. Member of Kairos and Ootfeedham. Part of the strength club and academic, all-state, all-district, and football. Owen Pins, Dowling Catholic senior. Congratulations. In spite of Coach Cataldo on the defensive side. Probably throwing every offensive play at him. Poor guy. Happy for Owen. All right, here we go. Out of the timeout. Steal by Crane. The pass by Hardison was stolen away. Now Crane runs the court and slams it through. He went baseline to baseline on that, Jimmy. 62-50 Dowling.
Reward the big men who run the court, and Charlie Crane gets rewarded with a great highlight reel.
16 points for Crane. Three-pointer up and good by Haddon. That is his 7th 3 of the year. 62-53, Dowling by 9. Haddon with his 11th point. And a whistle and a foul on Urbandale. Jayhawks got a lot of work to do in the foul department. That's their 2nd team foul as they're going to play that game.
This Urbandale team is a never die team, fighting to the very end. Really a product of Coach Clay Thielking, as we've seen a lot of him over the years. And undermanned a little bit, Urbandale tonight, but incredible effort to fight through this game as they were down at one point, 16, 17 points, brought it down to 3 at one point.
Sturdivant picked up a quick foul. It's a 3rd team foul on Urbandale with 33 seconds remaining. Dowling up 9. Full court press. And Dowling calls timeout before the foul on Hardison. So we will get the call. 62-53 Maroons. And they're arguing, they want the foul or they want the timeout?
It's very similar to what happened last time.
It is exactly what
happened. Coach
happened.
Anderson calls timeout, and they get a foul. He takes the foul. This time, same thing. They're going to give him the timeout.
Well, everybody's standing up, so it's got to be a 30-second timeout. At least it's starting out that way. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear. Have you called them yet? Of course not. Mercy One, Fast Signs in Clive, and Catholic Tuition Organization. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on Iowa Catholic Radio with Vinny Cataldo, our studio producer. Upstairs with the CISN folks, our director is Rachel Hawley, and our TV camera operators are Carson Dunnick and Marion Bailey. Thank you to them, along with Pete Tarpey and Justin Wolbers, who got everything set up. One of our first CISN basketball game this season. We did a few of the football games, and we threw your name under the bus a few times.
Tarpey does a great job with his product and bringing, we never had it back in our day.
Correct.
And it's incredible what they're able to do with social media and the internet, bringing these games to people who are unable to attend.
Dowling inbound the ball, and it's knocked away. Good defense that time by Urbandale and Davis Hardison. And it almost went off the Dowling inbounder, and that was Nathan Jenkins. Now they get into Keyless, 91% free throw shooter, and Gio gets it out to Capola, over to Martins, layup good. Noah Martins with his 14th point. 64-53, Dowling by 11. Hardison with it in the lane. He has the ball stripped away by the Maroons. Keyless with it, and that should do it. 10 seconds remaining. And a foul in the backcourt on Cathcart for Urbandale. That'll be the 14th foul, and Maroons are going to empty their bench. Tommy Hurley set to check in, along with Leo Pagano, along with Jacob Peterson.
And then you got Christian Basili.
Basili checked in, and who's throwing the ball in down there, and that is Gavin Jones. Will inbound the ball for the Maroons. Shot clock operator left because there's no more shot clock, right? Dowling dribbles in the front court. That's Christian Basili. And the Maroons will win it 64-53. So Dowling sweeps the regular season series between Urbandale and Dowling. Maroons came in winning 6 of their last 8 against Urbandale and leading the series record. Dowling leads 25-13, make it 26-13 as Dowling comes away with a double header sweep tonight here at the Dowling Gym, and they win the regular season series. Maroons winning game 1 at Urbandale 69-64, and tonight a 64-53 win, Dowling over Urbandale. The 9th ranked Dowling boys improved to 8-2. Urbandale falls to 1-8. We're going to take a 1-minute break along our network lines on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio and return with our post game, and we'll get in our final statistics, and then we'll cut loose our CISN group. But we'll take a 1-minute break and be back with our post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, the final of the boys contest, Dowling 64, Urbandale 53, and then the girls contest, Dowling 60, Urbandale 27. We'll return in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Final score in the boys game, Dowling 64, Urbandale 53. Dowling boys improve their record to 8-2 on the year. Urbandale falls to 1-8. And Jimmy, you got to look at some of the numbers as we got to clip our CISN group off here, but talk a little bit about that.
Don't have all the numbers tabulated yet, but some things to point out. Dowling out rebounded Urbandale tonight, 33-25. 11 turnovers for the Maroons, 13 for Urbandale, and really, I thought the tempo was handled really well by Urbandale, being able to get in the zone, but the Maroons taking advantage of missed shots and really pushing the tempo where they did so well in what they did in this game, and then hitting big shots outside. Maddox Coppola hit two. Noah Martins, then Jenkins hits one on the corner. So the Maroons shot the ball well when they needed to shoot the ball well, but handed to this Urbandale team who came in a little dismantled with the illness and tremendous effort out of these young men. Cathcart coming in, shooting 17 points tonight. Hardison with 14. I just thought their effort on both sides of the end of the court was tremendous by Urbandale. Tough schedule so far for them, but they're going to find themselves into the winning column.
They certainly will. They're angling that way. Both teams played to a 21-21 tie in that fourth quarter. And let's take a look at the scoring for the visitors from Urbandale. They were led by Jackson Cathcart with 17 points, and he was followed by Caleb Haddon with 11. 6 points for Kean Riley off the bench, who was not even scheduled to play coming off an injury. And then 5 points for Kalen Heller. Jackson Sturdivant did not score tonight for the Jayhawks. Neither did Caleb Price, who came in early. Jayhawks were 6 of 8 unofficially from the free throw line. For Dowling, Maroons had 2 players in double figures, led by Charlie Crane with 16 points, Noah Martins with 14 points, 9 points for Nathan Jenkins, Lucas Paoli with 8 points, Maddox Capola with 8 points, 7 points off the bench for Gio Keelis, and 2 points for Quincy Moore. The Maroons were 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Dowling led at halftime 34-20, and Urbandale outscored Dowling 33-30 in the second half. The Maroons won it 64-53 over the Jayhawks. So, Jimmy, we're going to cut our CISN group loose here, so that'll be our final comments. And thank you very much, and thanks to the CISN crew, Rachel Hawley, Carson Dunnick, and Marion Bailey, along with Pete Tarpey and Justin Wolber. Appreciate all of them. Final score for the CISN group, Dowling 64, Urbandale 53 in the boys contest, and the Dowling girls are winner in game 1, 60-27 over Urbandale. And we'll continue here on Iowa Catholic Radio. All right, and Iowa Catholic Radio, we're continuing here as we are disconnected from the CISN group. And Jimmy, some more comments here as we have, oh my God, we got the Capola. Mr. Maddox Capola joins us.
Our listenership, I think, just went up 50%.
Really?
Very, very popular young man. Oh. Very big family. Maddox Capola.
Well, the name's on the front of the chapel. Maddox, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
You know what? We're doing great. And what a win. I mean, Dowling and Urbandale, there's a rivalry. You get up, you're up 15. It's like, we heard Coach Steelking said, he's got 3 players, didn't make the trip, sick. And it's like, he's got a kid that didn't play all year, stepped up, had a nice game, and Kean Riley, and all of a sudden, we got a game. You're up 15, trying to close it out in the second half. Here they come, but you guys, like a good team does, withstood that, got yourself calmed down, and back into the game. What did it feel like out there being a part of that, Maddox Capola?
Yeah, it was great. That's what we practice day in and day out for is resilience. So staying in the game when, they punched back a little bit was big, and battling back felt great as a team. So that was a great night for us.
Oh, it certainly was. And, we had Coach Einertson talking Monday night. This guy doesn't score, and he has about, half a dozen, what a floor game he had, Jimmy, am I right?
9 assists the other night.
9 assists and didn't score. And here tonight, you contribute. You're shooting the ball out. You were the zone breaker for him.
Maddox, talk about, I find myself watching you often in the game because I've watched you grow up. I've watched, your progression in this game, and I know this game is so important to you. And seeing you progress throughout the year, you come off against Urbandale and you score double digits against them. But watching you on the court and somebody who's looking to contribute in any way he can, and sometimes you find yourself just trying to see what other guys are doing. But tonight, watching you more confident, more fluid, had to feel good. I mean, when you play more reactive to the game than just kind of, going and trying to get other people – you play so much better. Talk about what you've done over the last several games to get into this position tonight.
Yeah, I think it comes from my staff and my teammates first. They believed in me. They knew I was capable of a performance like this tonight, so I give all credit to them. But, yeah, it was great. I know feeding my guys, getting boards, starting off with something small like that can help get in a rhythm, and I think that's what I did tonight. And then I just kind of had my confidence, and I let it fly. And they fell tonight for me.
Several things that we see out of you is things that we don't. We talked about this in several games. Things that we don't see on the stat sheet. The way you get guys open by your physicality in the game. The way you pick your basketball IQ is probably one of the better ones on the court. Finding backside rebounds and things like that. What do you continue to do here as you are a junior with a lot of experience? What are things that you're going to work on in your game here in the next few weeks?
Shooting is definitely still up there. Get those numbers up. It'd be great. Expand my game a ton. Rebounding and assists are huge. Makes the offense click like we know we can. Maybe when we're not firing as fast, but assists, rebounds, and getting my 3-ball to go in, night out.
Well, you had a pair of them tonight. You were the zone buster for right? I mentioned that a few times.
Yep, right.
I want to be on the good side of the Coppola family. Jimmy, would you please agree with me? But, Maddox, I know during the Christmas break you were really working on your shot because sometimes shooting becomes mental. And ask the guy that roots for the Bucks over here, your head coach.
100%.
It becomes mental. And for you, go out and play. Play like Maddox Coppola has played all your whole life. And now you're on the varsity and the game's changed. The same guys you're playing against, that everybody's getting older, and you just play loose. And tonight we saw that. We saw those signs, but all that hard work, as you told Coach Cataldo, has paid off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, again, my teammates are huge. They could have given up on me, said, he can't shoot the ball, but they've had faith in me the whole time, and my staff too. So I just give credit to them. That's huge.
The guy next to you who roots for the Bucks, he's a big part of that too. Yeah. I think Coach Anderson has lots. Am I right, Coach? I mean welcome to the broadcast, by the way.
Maddox has great form. I think it's really a matter of just getting a couple to go down, and we've simplified a couple of things, and I think his release has been a lot quicker, and I'm really looking forward to him being a lights-out shooter because I think he's going to gain a lot of attention, and we're going to get really, really hard to guard. But he makes that comment about the staff and the players. It's been such an easy thing to coach this group because they support each other no matter what. Like, no matter how bad we're playing, and they can rib each other. But they are their biggest supporters, and that's been pretty cool. Like, Maddox may not see this, but every time he puts up a 3-ball, even if he's in a slump, everybody gets up off the bench. So pretty special group, pretty fun to coach, and it's been cool to see Maddox see some of the success lately.
Well, it's important to note that because even when you bring a sub in, and Gio Keelis is one of them, the early ones, and the 4 starters might be out there. I don't know who you sub him in for. Sometimes it's Maddox. But they give him the ball right away, and if he's open, which, he set himself up to be open, they'll give it to him. They're sharing the ball, and it doesn't make any difference what grade you're in, what class you're in. It's just been awesome seeing that.
Yeah, I was just talking to the register, and one of the things they asked was like, well, was this expected? Well, I don't think I had any expectations for this team, but I knew that they were special because they were willing to give up personal clout for the team. I've made comments before. I think their AAU numbers are lower than they probably could be because of how much they share, at least those 4 guys that play for the Battlers. So I knew that if they could do that, we'd be offensively capable of beating just about anybody, and I think we've proven that this year.
All right, you're listening to the post-game show following Dowling's win over Urbandale in the boys' contest, 64-53 here at the Dowling Gym. And earlier tonight, Dowling girls a winner, 60-27. All right, Maddox, I know you want to get back with your teammates and not hang out with us adults, but shout-outs out there. Who do you want to shout out to Radio Land who might be listening?
Hey, and remember, we only got about 5 more minutes. So.
What happens? What happens in 5 minutes?
He has a big list.
Oh, that could be. Go ahead.
Shout out Coach V for the mental strength training we had this week. And shout out to my dad. He's been helping me this whole season.
Joe is a big part of the basketball program. He does the social media. And
hey, I need to give a shout out to all of our dads in this program. It's unbelievable the amount of support, the film watching, the work that they do with their guys. It's just, man, it makes it so easy for our coaching staff. So we have the best dads in the world.
I got to ask Maddox, does your dad, Joe, does he do the filming too, and it puts it on the social media? He's that tech savvy.
I think that my mom takes the videos.
That's what I wanted to hear. Holly Coppola again.
If I know Joe, it is very similar. I mean, you're watching that game so intent, and you're wishing for great things for your son, and I can't imagine he could hold a camera. So
spot on.
Absolutely. Maddox, congratulations. Great job. Thanks for coming up here. Good to see you. You're the veteran of this group. You and Paoli, if you both stay healthy. Paoli had that injury, illness, and you with your ankle last year.
Yeah.
But you're the veteran of this group. But you got a lot of newbies out there that are playing sophomore. Way to kind of lead them through the CIML. Now you're going to the second part of the season. And up next, Valley.
Yep.
Don't think they won't be looking for you. And I think one guy got healthy over the break. And then next week, a week from tonight, we'll be at Centennial. That'll be a good matchup, right?
Yep, sure it will be. Looking to go 2-0 against them, both teams next week.
All right, stay healthy. And, stay healthy. That's a big thing. All right, Maddox Coppola, thanks for joining us here on the Post Game Show. Appreciate him. And we'll continue here. Coach Anderson, what a game. A typical Dowling or Urbandale game. I say
no
typical.
Kidding.
The last game, we weren't there at Urbandale, and you knocked them off by 5. And tonight it comes down to last possession. They got it down to 3 at one time after you had a 15-point lead. It's just how competitive. Clay was down 3 players tonight. They didn't make the trip because of illness, and Phil King's
I think he found some.
Well.
I think he found some tonight. He had some guys that played extremely well.
Yeah, that
so
Riley kid.
I was just telling them they're about to go on a run, so keep your head up.
Yeah, that Riley kid got healthy. He hadn't played all year.
Oh, is that why?
Battling knee injury, and he said, he hasn't. And he's been practicing, and he hit some nice shots. So, all right, for you got the weekend off. Tuesday against Valley.
Yeah, we're gonna be. We'll be back doing some shooting, recovery, and lifting tomorrow, and then we're gonna have a little team pizza party. But yeah, it's gonna be nice to be off a little bit. 4 games in 8 days essentially. So it was a nice run to get us back from break. I don't think it was our sharpest game tonight, but honestly, when it gives you a lot of film and a win, that is a very good thing for a coaching staff, and we will make use of it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. Any shout-outs you want to give? I see your family's here.
You want to say hi to Grandma? She loves it when you say hi, Reese. Reese, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Grandma.
Oh, you just did.
Well, that was close. You just did.
That's awesome. We got an update, Coach.
Go Irish.
How about that game?
Go Irish. That was fun. You know what? I got to be honest. I fell asleep, though. But
what?
Well, you know me.
He's in season right now.
Yeah,
he's trying to get as much sleep
I'm just
as he
trying
can.
to survive. We're putting Bo to bed, and I'm falling asleep. That's how it works.
You look at that game, and I think your team is playing so confident. Noah Martins and Pioli, those guys are playing extremely confident basketball, and nice to see Maddox hit some shots and seeing his, just his rhythm in his shot tonight. That zone cost you a little bit of issues.
Yeah, I just don't think we were very sharp. I think we left our feet to make passes a lot, and I think it's because we have a certain read that we see in practice against that exact zone in our scout guys, but they weren't rotating the way that our scout guys did. So that's again kind of on the staff a little bit because we didn't catch that rotation. So it is what it is. I thought coming back and building a lead back above 10 when they cut it to 3 was awesome. That's something that we struggled with a little bit last year, and that's something we can build on. Like I said, we have plenty of things to fix as far as hurrying our shots or playing off 1 foot too much, but it's nice to win when you learn.
And a week ago when we were playing Cedar Rapids Xavier and Kemper, didn't see some of the defenses, and tonight we saw 2-3 zone a lot because Clay had to do that with his lack of depth, and you found a zone buster or two. You found some. You just got to find some consistency.
Well, there was that run where Maddox and Gio hit back-to-back threes, and you assume you're going to run away from that point,
right?
And then they come back and hit them back on you. So I mean, major shout out to Urbandale because their win-loss record does not show what their actual ability is. They've played one of the toughest schedules in the state. They're going to beat teams. So. Nice to survive it and learn and get out of here.
Well, next week it's Valley, and a week from tonight at Ankeny Centennial. So as you make the second trip through the league.
Yeah, without seeing Ankeny or Northwest yet, ain't that something?
Yet. Yep. Not yet. You'll see Northwest. You'll see them, twice in 10 days at the end of the year. Nice job on the schedule.
I don't know. NBA schedule.
That's right.
Yeah, we're looking forward to next week. Guys will be fired up for another shot at it. I think we can go in there with a chip on our shoulder because nobody's going to expect us to win twice, right? So let it rip.
Well,
do it again.
It'll be fun. Thanks, guys. As we appreciate that, Coach. We'll see Tuesday night here at the Dowling Gym, Dowling Valley.
Can't wait. Let's pack this place.
Oh, it'll be full. All right. Justin Anderson visiting with us here on the post-game show. Thanks to Coach as the Dowling boys improve their record to 8-2 as Urbandale falls to 1-8 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We'll be back for final comments. We got our stats to do, and we'll do those when we return. Vinny Cataldo is our studio producer, and we'll return after this final break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Few Catholic doctrines are more disputed than that of purgatory, and yet if it is properly understood, we see that purgatory is a gift of God's mercy. Jesus did not come to merely forgive the penalty for our sins, but to cleanse us and make us his new creations. Revelation 21:27 says, "Nothing impure will enter heaven." Those of us who die in a state of grace or are saved and still have selfishness and sin remaining on our souls must undergo a purification before entrance into heaven is possible. So purgatory is not a second chance at heaven, but simply a final stage of growing in holiness. Notice that Jesus in Matthew 12 speaks of sins that will not be forgiven in this age or in the age to come. And in 1 Corinthians 3, St. Paul writes that on Judgment Day, there will be some who suffer loss. They will still be saved, but only as through fire. C.S. Lewis, the famous Anglican Christian writer, believed in purgatory and compared it to the burning sensation of mouthwash after having one's tooth pulled at the dentist's office. Indeed, while purgatory may involve some pain, it will not be without joy, for it is the threshold to the gates of paradise. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Here at the Dowling Gym. Final scores tonight. Dowling Catholic defeats Urbandale in a doubleheader sweep here at the Dowling Gym. Girls game, second-ranked Dowling improves its record to 9-2 with a 60-27 win over Urbandale. Jayhawk ladies fall to 2-10. And in the boys game, Dowling boys 9th ranked in Class 4A this week. The first rankings came out. Dowling a 64-53 winner over Urbandale. Dowling boys now 8-2 on the year. Urbandale falls to 1-8. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Final comments. We got stats to get in here. You done with the calculator?
I got to, just to talk about the shooting stats. We talked about rebounding and turnovers, but shooting tonight, the Maroons shot 49% on the night, 7 of 20 from the three-point arc, 35% there. So, but here's an interesting. They go 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Really didn't find themselves at the free throw line much tonight, and part of that is just the zone defense at Urbandale. So the Maroons really didn't create any body contact throughout the night, so only going 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Urbandale shot 44% on the night, 7 of 21 from 3. And they got to the free throw line, 8 times, going 6 of 8. So interesting shooting night. The Maroons shot a little bit better than what they have, especially from the three-point arc. And Urbandale pretty well on par with what they had. I thought the Maroons got more rebounds tonight, which helped them, and forced a couple more turnovers, which helped them throughout this game.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring tonight. We'll start with Urbandale. They were led with 3 players in double figures, led by Jackson Cathcart with 17 points. He was followed by Davis Hardison with 14 points. Caleb Haddon, quite the fourth quarter. He had 9 of his 11 points in the fourth quarter, and finished with 11 points. 6 points for Kean Riley off the bench, who has not played all year and coming off that knee injury. And he came in tonight as the Jayhawks were down 3 players due to illness. 5 points for Kalen Heller off the bench for the Jayhawks. And they went 6 of 8, I think, as you mentioned, from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 2 players in double figures, led by Charlie Crane, 16 points. Noah Martins with 14. 9 points for Nathan Jenkins. 8 points for Maddox Capola. 8 points for Lucas Paoli. And then off the bench, Gio Keelis with 7 points and Quincy Moore with 2 points, Dowling 3 of 4 at the free throw line. And again, the Maroons led 34-20 at halftime, and Urbandale outscored the Maroons 33-20 in the second half, and Dowling wins it 64-53. Our next broadcast, Jimmy, will be Tuesday night right here, Dowling Valley. You might know a few people when those two teams show up, recognize some of the names.
Dowling Valley night on a Tuesday night, usually the midweek games aren't, attended as well, but I can imagine that game's going to be pretty raucous. As Valley's probably going to. Valley's going to fight back against an early loss to the Maroons. They have, they played without Zay Robinson that night, and so he's back and healthy. And I think in the 2 or 3 games he's been back, I think he's scored over 20 points each game.
Yes, he has. He's back.
You brought it up to Coach Einerson. Well, you got Valley next week, and I'm thinking to myself, can the guy just enjoy this one, because that one's going to be really tough to prepare for.
Yeah, we'll be the hunted that night, because they remember the game back in early December that we called.
But you look at it, Dowling Valley. Valley is coming in. It's a second-ranked team in Class 4A, and rightfully so. They're the 2-time defending champions. Dowling matches up fairly well with Valley. With Urek in the middle, matching up with Charlie Crane very well. So Charlie's going to have a great game, and he found himself a little bit of foul trouble early in that Valley game earlier in the year, so he's going to have to try to stay out of foul trouble. But Dowling and Valley, with their guard play, matches up really well. I think the Maroons play very athletic, aggressive defense, so they're going to cause a little bit of trouble with Valley's offense, but add the floor. We talk about this quite often, that the Dowling Gymnasium is high school regulation, which we don't see a whole lot of high school regulated gymnasiums because of the advent of new facilities and things like that. They've gone to college level basketball courts. Dowling has that high school level court, which is regulation, but it's a little bit shorter than what most teams are used to.
That is true, and all that will come into play on Tuesday night. We've got just about a minute left in the third quarter, and Ohio State and Texas tied at 14 in the other semifinal college football playoff. The winner meets Notre Dame on 1 week from this Monday, January 20th. And are you going to Atlanta? That's why I have to ask.
We talked about it. We have a little bit of, we have some connections with tickets, and it's a nonstop flight, which is attractive.
Yes, and it's in Atlanta, a little bit warmer. You don't have to worry about weather so much. So, all right. Well, Jim, we've got to cut things loose. We appreciate your family member, Mr. Vinny Cataldo, spinning the music between timeouts, and did a great job. And we'll see you Tuesday night right here, Dowling Valley. And it should be a pretty packed house on a Tuesday night. Midweek game, as you mentioned. But I think it'll be well attended.
Let's hope so. For both programs and both facilities or teams and schools, it's going to be fun Tuesday
All right,
night.
Thank you, Jimmy. That'll wrap things up from the Dowling Gym tonight. And our thanks to our studio producer, Vinny Cataldo, and everybody behind the scenes, including the coaches, head coach Joey Aguirre, the girls coach at Urbandale, Clay Thilking, the head coach at Urbandale, the boys coach, Kristen Meyer and Justin Einerson from the Dowling coaching staff. And best of luck to Josh Fry, the outgoing AD at Urbandale. We're going to get a new AD here in about a week or so, and appreciate everything Josh does for us while in his short term there. Our thanks to Tom Wilson, Colleen Webb, and Jaron Herring, and all the folks here at Dowling Catholic High School. Appreciate all they do. And shout out to Kendra Marshall and the dance team, along with Courtney Gredham and Taylor. They did a great job with the dancers tonight, the young ladies who were 5 to 11 years old, kindergarten through fifth graders. Had about 250 of them, and they performed at halftime of the girls' game. Congratulations to what those young ladies do. My thanks to Jimmy Cataldo and Mike Burkert, my broadcast partners. Our next broadcast, as we mentioned, will be Valley Dowling this Tuesday night from the Dowling Gym right here. 6 o'clock pregame. Girls tip off at 6:15. The boys to follow at 7:45. So hope you can join us for the broadcast. For my broadcast partners and Vinny Cataldo, our studio producer, this is Mark Amadale. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Final scores for the final time. In the girls contest, Dowling 60, Urbandale 27. Dowling girls now 9-2 on the year. In the boys contest, Dowling defeats Urbandale 64-53. The Dowling boys improved to 8-2 in overall. And for Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale, thank you for joining us. And from all of us with Iowa Catholic Radio Network, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled weekend.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Mercy One, Blessman International, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.
And accurately. Whenever he heard the Holy Spirit tell him what to do, he did it. He wasn't wishy-washy. He wasn't